Race day.
Via Santa Caterina is going to be painful. Why am I so heavy packed?
How am I going to get home? I was a bit desperate actually. So for a very long time actually, I've had this dream, like how would it be to live from your bike? First ride, so it's real. Riding in Tuscany with the crew. So far the knee is really good, but the gears aren't, because I'm already on my lightest gear and I'm still riding on the road. So imagine how steep it will be on the gravel. But so far the knee is holding up, so very happy with that. So yeah, the knee. What's the issue with that? The end of January I did an ultra to record a documentary that we're working on. It's called Cyclism. I connected all Northern Spring Classics in a 1250 kilometer ride at -2 degrees on average. And I think after 2 days I wrecked my knee and I just continued and continued and I continued. And yeah, I just overloaded them completely. Made it to the first wide road, the first Strade Bianche. Yesterday was just mainly tarmac, but today we're getting some gravel as well. So really curious what the streets of the famous streets of Strade Bianche will have to offer. Looks so easy on TV, but in reality it's like 16% gradients and more. But this is where we came for, so I cannot complain. Look at this. Allee, hè?
Goed jongen!
Je moet Engels, hè? Dat is een Engels doen.
Ah, this is fantastic.
This is Tuscany. Oh, perfect gravel. Golden hour, couldn't ask for more.
So Rob is a mechanic, just went to the UAE tour, hasn't been riding his bike for 5 weeks, maybe even more.
Yeah.
And now he's here with my kit,
My bike. But tomorrow we're gonna do Strade, so pray for me.
and in about 15 minutes we'll be seeing the race. Strade Biancheception.
Seen him all day. Now then, here we go. 32 seconds, and as this stands, it's almost a procession to victory in a square famous for the things.
Let Dolph, we'll meet again. Super special to ride here like 15 minutes after the race. We made it before dark.
Just.
So Peter Sagan already left.
He's already finished.
So it's the final night before the race, and the last training went really well. I'm actually looking really forward to tomorrow, to be not like in full tourist mode, but I think I can go a little bit faster. So I'm gonna take care of my body, and then we'll see what tomorrow has to offer.
Race day. So it's
6 a.m. It's, I think, the 5th of March, and it's time for the Strade Bianche Gran Fondo I have no real ambitions to race, but the knee is feeling better than expected, so I will be going a bit like tempo, but I won't go full gas. Today's route will be 138 kilometers. It's about the same route as the women's race yesterday. And I decided to do it on my gravel bike because I'm not really racing. Just going to have fun. The bike is ready. Hey. How to fit 4 people in a busy car. Nice.
As the sun rises over the rolling hills of Tuscany, cyclists from around the world gather to tackle the challenge that lies ahead. The wide gravel roads await, ready to test even the most determined riders. It's time to leave it all on the road, to push ourselves to the limit, to chase glory and triumph. Everybody ready?
I'm trying to follow you as long as possible and then see if I can drop you on the last line.
Was with a very nice group. We had a very decent tempo, but I'm now on the climb where the Jumbo Visma guys race each other. My legs just explode. Completely empty. But the experience so far is great. 5k to go. Cramping all the way, but just taking it easy to the finish. It's been a wonderful experience so far, and yeah, I'm super satisfied with today. Let's just finish it off in a positive way. The final kilometer, just 1 kilometer to go, but you just know. Via Santa Caterina with cramps, so it's going to be painful. How about that for a finish line?
So, the real adventure begins. Strade BIANCHE is finished, but now it's time for the real deal. So I packed my bag, like literally, not literally, but almost everything I have is within these bags. Really excited about the journey. The legs are a bit heavy from yesterday and from the days before, so I decided to take it easy, do just a short ride today, 40-50 kilometers. Don't want to wreck my body on the first days of the trip, so I think in 3 weeks time I'll end up in Girona, and on the way I'll go to Milan-San Remo, cross Monaco, the south of France, the Pyrenees, so it's going to be a massive adventure, but I came prepared with this tail fin setup, so I'm really looking forward to put it into practice. Everything is new, it's like almost the first time that I'm using it, so I need to find my way. Still in wonderful Tuscany, but look at this beast. Packing this morning took super long, but yeah, I got plenty of days left to get used to it and to make the process more efficient. I slept a bit too long, so I didn't have breakfast in the hotel. So I think the first stop will be find a nice bakery or a nice restaurant and enjoy the Italian Tuscany lifestyle. Wish me luck. We're off! Just riding off from the hotel into the big unknown. 2K's in, already on the first wide roads. Woohoo! But first stop, breakfast. So I needed some lunch. Looked on the map, found a pizzeria along the route. Then I got in and it was this super fancy place. There were all businessmen eating. Pizza wasn't available, so I said, okay, just make me something random. And it was delicious. It was some meat with I think mushrooms and some truffle. I don't know what it was, but it was insanely delicious. Tough stuff, 17% climbs, riding through the vineyards. The knee is holding up just fine, but with these views, there's really nothing really to complain about. 5-kilometer climb. Only in Italy. Sweet stuff. Now I'm on this single track, so I'm really testing out the limits of this setup. The one of the bags is a bit shaky, so that's something I need to repair tomorrow or to set straight. But for the rest, everything is holding up just fine. Feels like I'm riding in a postcard.
Continue on to Via della Campane, then your destination will be on the right.
First village, Gambassi, something like that. Had a quick shower, offloaded all my bags. Got food for 2 days, for on the bike and off the bike. I just always like the cultural experience of just walking and seeing where you end up in the village. I managed to find a way back home without Google Maps. Yeah, really excited actually about the whole trip. Finally, things are just getting I'm getting into the flow. I have an office day today. It's kind of rest day, kind of office day. So I'm sitting behind the desk. This is the way I'm able to ride my bike, explore the world and work at the same time. So if this works out, that's a big plus for the future. First time that I'm doing this myself, but I did some research on the internet and I think I should be fine. So shout out for Cor for the pink tape. Matches perfectly with my bike. I just hope that I put it on there properly. Got this lovely pasta carbonara to fuel me up for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, I think, a 110 kilometer stage from Gambassi, where I am now, to Pisa and then to Lucca. I put in accommodation in Lucca on the main square, so that's going to be really nice. There's some climbing in the beginning of the route, but for the rest it's relatively flat and quite some gravel, but yeah, we'll see.
day 2 on the bike. Bye-bye hotel. I really fell in love with Italian towns. I don't know what it is, but they're just so beautiful. Okay, so I was just talking about my love for Italian villages, but having 16% climbs right from the start is the downside of all these beautiful villages. Oh man.
It's 18k left before I reach Pisa. So I'll have lunch there with some coffee. But 20 kilometers with this headwind is quite tough.
So this commute highlight was called Best Way to Get into Pisa. Okay. Distance.
Made it. So I've been here quite a long time ago when I was still a little kid, but now I'm here in my new life. Double lunch. I think I need it. Okay, so I made a little mistake. I bought sparkling water instead of just normal water to refill my bottles. So I better hope that my bottles don't explode when I'm on the road. As you can see, I'm wearing my rain jacket now. It's not raining yet, but it's starting to get super dark. And I have to cross a mountain pass.
This is going to hurt.
Massive climb coming up. A lot of clouds above the mountain, so I hope it's not raining out there. And the mountain that I'll be crossing is, I think, gravel all the way.
That was a tough part. Struggling my way up, struggling to find grip. With every pedal stroke, I'm like, why am I so heavy packed? Shit.
Okay, according to my wow, this is the steepest part. Oh man, zigzagging my way up. 20%, super coarse gravel. Ah man.
Lost grip for a moment. Now it's time to walk. Ah, fuck.
So, since there's no real option to take a detour, I zoomed in on what I still have to do. And it looks okay-ish. There's one very steep part, so if I just accept that I have to walk that part, then yeah, I just don't take any risks and try to survive. Adventure. That's a good sign. So there was a car coming up, and I think the roads that I've just done were never able to do it by car. So that there's a car here on this spot, that gives a lot of confidence, because that means that the road is like most probably doable.
I made my way up. I still have like about an hour until it gets dark, but But my main concern now that I'm up is how am I going to get down? If I have a track like I had here on the uphill, I'm going to die. Yeah, I was slipping. I was like, how am I going to get home? I was a bit desperate actually. And then in the middle of nowhere there was this Italian guy, a mountain biker, like the universal language of cycling. I think on my face he saw that I was a bit desperate, so I think he chased me, and then he came to me. He said something in Italian, and I just asked like Luca, and I pointed in a certain direction, like, is Luca that way? And then he said, ah, Luca. So then he just guided me actually, and he was constantly looking back like, okay, is this guy okay? But we didn't spoke a word at all. He didn't speak English, so that was really cool. That I think for about 15 minutes, something like that, we rode together. I rode in his wheel. We didn't say anything to each other. And then after a while he just waved at me. He said Luca, and he pointed in a certain direction, but I had the route on my Wahoo. But yeah, great guy. Thanks, random stranger.
How cool is this? Okay, so it's very slippery. The bike is still in one piece, I guess. But yeah, look at this. A little, very slippery single track across this ancient, I think it's an aqueduct.
So it was so funny what happened with the crash that I decided to immediately upload it. So it's now dark and I'm still riding underneath this aqueduct. So I quickly went for a pizza here in this place, put it in my bag, and now it's time to get to the apartment. Made it to San Remo. I could have just gone along the coast. Go, go, go!